Good morning, everybody. It is just after 5 a.m. on August 5th, and we are out here trash picking Chicago's richest suburbs. I have a couple pair of chairs here. They do have a little bit of rust on the sides, but from what I can tell, there is no real damage to the fabric here. So I think we'll end up taking these. I think there's still some value there, even though it does have a little bit of rust. It is getting later in the season, but I think these will still sell. Over here we have some kind of pile. Kind of look like that gray table that we got last week, but I'm not sure. This actually, what that is one of those toy kitchen refrigerators. Nothing for us to take there. Got a little squishmallow there, but I don't know if there's something else there. I don't know what that is. Looks like some kind of headset. Nothing for us. I think these are legs for a foosball table or something like that, but nothing here for us. Over here we have a ladder laying down. I think it's wooden, which it is. Obviously you would prefer it to be a metal ladder. However, if this one's actually pretty heavy, if it was in good shape, it would still be worth taking. Let's pull this out here. The thing you gotta look for is making sure all of these are not broken. This one is here. You can see how it's missing a little bit of wood as compared to these. So and on top of that, we have some duct tape repair there. So we'll end up leaving this ladder. It's just not for us. Back here we have a little bit of metal. It's actually a filing cabinet. I was hoping, when I pulled up on it, I saw it from the back and I was hoping it was laying on its face. I did not see that it was a filing cabinet. And it looks like a free filing cabinet. Looks like it's not in the worst condition, but I guarantee this thing is extremely heavy. And honestly, the filing cabinets, they're really not worth that much. And it's not something that I really want to move around by myself to make, a small amount of money a long time down the road. They're usually not super big sellers. We will look at this. Looks like they put this out for a scrapper, but a scrap guy has not come around, but maybe they will. This looks like mostly stuff from a kitchen or a bathroom remodel. Pegs and nothing really for us. Got a bench here. Is that a good one? That might be worth taking. But other than that, I think we're gonna leave. Over here we have a Razor scooter, and I normally wouldn't even stop for these. However, this one does have the charging cable with it. So I have a feeling that there is a potential that this one works. And I think it would be kind of cool. I think it probably would sell pretty fast if it does work. So I think we'll end up grabbing this and we'll test it out when we get home. And I didn't even need to take this home. See if I can get it to go with one hand. You'll hear it. Still got a little bit of juice left. Here we go. We're cruising now. Whoa. It works. So we'll grab that. I think some kid will definitely appreciate having that for themselves. Here is another ladder, and this would be the preferable ladder to take. It's a metal ladder. I'd probably prefer like a folding ladder as opposed to one of these rollings, but this would not be bad. I do get kind of concerned. I mean, this one definitely is probably for the trash. It's right next to the garbage can. It's like these, like stuff like this, like construction equipment, they just stand up against the van. sorry for the poor camera work there, but it's definitely a very tall ladder. Stuff like this and bikes, construction equipment and bikes sitting on the side of the road, especially in the summer. Sometimes I'm a little bit more nervous about taking it because I don't want to hurt anybody. You know, if they just intended to leave this here for something else, especially a bike, because you never know what kids are thinking. This ladder though, it looks like it's definitely seen better days, so I'm gonna assume that it did leave it out for the trash. So we're gonna check it out and make sure that it latches how it's supposed to and everything, but I think we'll end up grabbing this. This is an all right find. We are now out of that rich town. However, we still do have some good stuff sitting out here. This entryway table looks pretty brand new. We'll grab that. Unfortunately, this cabinet would have actually been really nice, like for a bathroom or something, but the leg is broken off, and repairing something like that, it's never gonna be quite right, I don't think. So we'll end up leaving that. But that would have been really nice for like a bathroom or even a kitchen. And that is all that we could find this morning. We were out for a little bit over 2 hours, and this is what we came up with. And surprisingly, every single item that we got today is metal. And normally it's harder for me to find metal items because of the scrap guys that come around and get it. So I don't know if they weren't that many people going out last night or what the deal is, or if it was that town, because that town, like I said last week, does have stickers. None of this stuff had stickers on it this week. I assume mostly because they assumed a scrapper would come and grab it. This Razor scooter, it works. It's pretty exciting. I'm gonna ride it down to my garage and plug it in, so if somebody comes and picks it up today or tomorrow, it'll be fully charged and there won't be any issues with the battery just having enough left for me to get it to the garage, and then they come and it doesn't work, even though the battery's just dead. But there is something to be said with the very rich towns. It's fine when they're, you know, normal rich, but those houses that we were driving around today, with everything here besides the entryway table that I got in a smaller town, those are like houses that like people that they're like doctors and lawyers and really, really wealthy business owners. Like those are $1 million houses, and I feel like millionaires tend to buy, either they must be buying stuff that's like really nice, and if they're going to get rid of it, it's going to be in good enough shape that they're going to pass it along, or if they're going to get rid of something, it's going to be absolutely broken. It's not normally the best. A lot of people always tell me like, oh, you should go to Wilmette or Hinsdale or all these really rich places around me, and driving that far to find not very much stuff it's not worth it. Now there are chances that you get really good stuff, like we have in the past at some really rich houses, but generally the quantity is not there, and you never really see big piles like we do in lesser rich areas, because a lot of people don't want their neighbors thinking that they're, you know, not keeping up the neighborhood. So this is what we got. I mean, it's still a pretty okay haul for driving around for 2 hours. I should be able to sell the ladder pretty quickly. This here is practically brand new. I think it was made, let's see the sticker there, 2020. So I mean, it's only 4 years old. The only little bit of damage I see is like that little tiny speck right there. So I think we'll do all right on our haul today, but definitely not so much stuff. I do appreciate everybody watching. If there's anything you guys have any questions about, you guys let me know what you guys think of all the stuff that we got today. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because we are so close to getting 1,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your subscription. You guys have a good one, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.